Okay, welcome everybody. François Le Tard, JDR D30. Tonight, making a special one-shot game of Star Wars since we couldn't make a Dark Eye game tonight. So we decided to play something else. Star Wars D6. Yes, I'm going against the wind because Fantasy Flight Star Wars is around and everyone's talking about it. But me, I'm still living in 1987 with the old Star Wars version. Yes. Okay, that's okay. And I'm cheating here because this book is from the second edition that was published in 1991. Yeah, but nevertheless, uh, personally, it's my favorite Star Wars system. And so, just to make a short introduction, if someone is watching that and is used to this D6 system, just don't scream in pain if you see me do something that's not usual in D6 system because I do it a little different way. And maybe someday I will do a video about it to tell you how I do D6 after 1987, mostly 30 years after. Yeah. Okay. Um, the one shot is called the End of Ienda. I will read the introduction that I feel won't set the tone of the kind of game we'll have when you see the characters that will be there. Nevertheless, a long time ago in a far galaxy far away, there's supposed to be music now, and it's supposed to see Star Wars. Okay, the End of Ienda. The planet Ienda and its system is in its last few days before its sun turns into a supernova. A month ago, corporate sector scientists were making experiments by sending rockets full of an unknown substance into the red dwarf sun of the system. These experiments accelerated the aging of the sun that became unstable within days, and that will transform itself into a supernova within weeks. The evacuation of the planet is a hard task as this Ithorian colony, now under corporate sector authority, is full of scientists and tourists, those last who came for the planet's beauty. Chaos is roaming through the people as starships, both from corporate sector and the Republic, are trying to get the people safely out of the system before its last day. The time where this adventure will be set is roughly 500 years before Battle of Yavin. So we're really in the Old Republic, and yeah, the corporate sector is something quite new in this context. Just Wikipedia. So we have two characters that will be involved. We have Wedek, Herodian. Herodian is like Greedo in episode 4, you know, the one that Han Solo shots under a table.
And first, Han shot first.
Yeah. And yeah, he shot before Han Solo, but missed. If I that's a detail.
No, Han shot first.
Yeah, quite confused. I think I should rewatch my movies. Okay, now yeah, just make a presentation of your character.
Yeah, he's pretty much just an unscrupulous bounty hunter. He's on this planet looking for he knows the person isn't here, but he's trying to find information on this person.
Well, you know who this person is, or I will tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I will tell you when. Yeah. I will. Okay, perfect. That's perfect. Okay, and we have Rujo.
I am Rujo Kanebu. I'm a human entrepreneur. I do whatever I can to make a living. I'm a very good pilot, and I've known to fly merchant ships, but I've also been known to fly smuggling ships and take part in bounty hunting operations. So whatever I can do to have income, that's what I do.
Okay, that's right. You know each other, and you are both on Ienda. Do you have a well, VDEC is searching for someone. Why are you with VDEC?
I heard there was an opportunity to make some money, have some make some new contacts. That was probably my main interest, is the people that were trying to get the cash the bounty in on. I was interested in getting them as contacts for later use, so to
Okay.
impress them.
Okay, perfect. Um, you have your own starship?
I'm a pretty good pilot, so I'll say I have a small ship,
Okay,
enough to fit two people in.
perfect. Okay, we'll begin with when you receive your mission. So you're not an Ienda. It's subtitled 1 week before. Okay, so you have been called into one of the corporate sector main planet and its capital city. Corporate sector, just to make a short parenthesis, it's a sector in the galaxy that is run by itself. The Republic has no, don't mess with that part of the galaxy. The corporate sector is the government that governs everything, and everything is around money and business. So yeah, so you are to meet someone called Vic Untra, which is an Ethiopian. He looks like a human, but has a kind of their skin is kind of uh, pale blue. Okay, you are to meet him into a tower in the city, the vast city, which is very dark all the time because there's lots of clouds over that city and around that planet. So you were called by him. He had your name. You seemed to be available and around. So he wanted you to give you a mission. So you are in his office, a big office, and he has a big chair, a big oversized chair, and he sits on it and he looks at you. You are in front of his desk. So are you up to your reputation? And he's looking at both of you, especially VDEC.
Uh, well, I mean, that's not something that I could ever say about myself, but I have killed many people, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. But I'm not in the mood for killing this time.
Ah, well, what do
Yeah,
you need?
that's between us. Yeah, well, it's a risky one, a little, well, risky. You know what? I do business all around the galaxy. Eh, that's what makes my living. I have lots of enemies, but I have lots of friends too. But I have also ex-friends. And some of those ex-friends are from the planet Naboo. And I heard that the reason why these friends are my ex-friends now are on Ienda. Yes, Ienda. Maybe you've heard of the planet on the Holo News. They are trying to evacuate the planet because its sun is going to be in a supernova soon. But and they are evacuating someone. What I want you to do is to find the person I will tell you about in a minute. I just want you that I want you that this person miss the ship for evacuation.
Oh.
Don't kill the person. It's too messy business. Just arrange yourself that she won't take her ship.
Oh, I can definitely delay a rendezvous.
Yeah, I can pay you in advance. Well, if you know, it will help. It will ease my heart about these ex-friends, and business will be better if she's not around.
Do you want her to miss all ships off, or just her particular one?
Well, from what I've heard, everyone on Ienda, well, everyone between you and me, the lower classes. Maybe we won't have time to get them out, but the one the good clients and the scientists that would can bring us something. Of course, they have a ship assigned to them, and someone from Naboo might have a ship already booked for her, since she's the daughter of the present king of Naboo. Yes, from the Jaffan line, she's called Chiala. Yes, and if she becomes queen of Naboo, well, I might be very upset. So, no Chiala, no queen. She has too much ideas that I don't like, and she has powers. So yeah.
Eels can definitely be dangerous.
Well, it sounds like an easy enough job.
Well, okay. On Ienda, however, weapons are forbidden.
Hmm.
Yes, because this is a tourist planet, and an Ithorian colony, and Ithorian colonies are peaceful. Okay, but so the corporate sector, when we came into the possession of the planet. Yes, we have our own ESPOs. Just out of the game, the ESPOs are kind of the stormtroopers from the corporate sector. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and we have our ESPOs who are guardians of the law. They are armed, but there's no crime there. There's just happy tourists with lots of money. Yeah, that's something. And the sun may go supernova soon, so I guess you have to go. Soon too. I can pay you in advance 5,000 credits, and you'll get 10,000 more when you come back.
Sounds like a good deal.
But it will be delayed because I will have to check out if Chiara really, we have no sign of her after this big solar system tragedy. Any questions, gentlemen?
No, it sounds just perfect.
What is her type of protection with her? Does she have bodyguards?
Well, she has lots of female servants following her, and I think one of them is her personal bodyguard. So beware.
Just one of them.
Oh yes, and before I forgot, he pulls a drawer and gets something, a little object, or a little round object with a plug on it. It's kind of a key. Gives you that. These are codes that will help you get on the planet.
Excellent.
Yes. Because of course we are trying to get the people out from there. But you are getting in, so you are allowed to go on the planet as if you were a ship who could bring back some people with you.
Well, I have a ship, but it's not quite large enough to pose as a transport vessel.
Yes, but this special code that doesn't. Okay, by the way, it's secret. That code doesn't relate to me. It's a code that I have been able to get from all the chaos around Ienda and all the bureaucracy going wrong. Well, it's a republic code, of course, because the government secretary, we know what we're doing. But the republic coming to help us, they don't know where they are. So it's a republic code.
Ah. So it will make us appear as if we're a larger transport vessel.
Yes, but well, I think they won't complain in having some vessels coming down for them, even if it's a small vessel. I don't think it will be a problem. So you may go.
Very good, very good.
I get up and say it's good doing business with you.
Of course, of course. Yeah, but I'm looking forward for the job done. Of course. So
And we're eager to make sure that it's carried out.
Perfect. So he just with a gesture, the door behind you opens by itself, and I think you have to go before it goes into a ball of flame.
I move quickly and leave.
Yeah, I do the same.
Okay. Perfect. Just describe your starship. How do you see it? Okay, since it's 500 years before Battle of Yavin, you have inspiration from Buck Rogers or stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fairly fast ship, but it's not very pretty looking. It's just functional. It's seats up to four people can fly in it, but not very comfortably. So it's mostly meant for single and two occupants. But it's very maneuverable and it's fast. It doesn't have a real sleek design because it's not a planetary ship. It's just for out into space. But it has a main pod in the middle with drives on either side of it.
Perfect. So we can see a scene if we made a movie out of it. Your ship going into hyperspace. So, okay. Now you go out from hyperspace. You're around Ienda, and your sensors are detecting lots of starship activity around the planet.
As soon as I get within range of the planet, I start broadcasting that code, saying that we're a transport ship, we're a Republic transport ship, and we're here to assist in transportation.
Okay. So it takes a couple of seconds, and you have a flying vector proposed to you a starport. You know where you can put your ship.
Okay.
It's just a message on your screen. No
Okay.
one's talking to you.
Well, probably not gonna. I'm just gonna check and see if we're being scanned and followed, or are we free to land wherever we want?
Well, you have a star. You have a pad. A star pad assigned to you.
Okay.
You have yeah. You want to see if you are followed or?
Yeah, like if we're being monitored. Just because if we don't, because if we land in that pad and they see we're not a transport ship, that might cause a little bit of alarm.
Yeah. Well, if you can make some kind of a scan. You have to do a sensor check, which is in your technical. So if you don't have the sensor skill, you just roll your technical score.
Okay. So I don't have the sensor
skill. So you
skill.
have to give me. So you roll your technical and you say how many success you have. So every dice 3 and over.
So I rolled 1.
Oh, you have a 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay, one very easy success, which is yeah. From what you see, there's no strange movement around.
Okay.
So no, I think you feel safe. Well, from what you see, there's no one following you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I go ahead
So
and land on the pad.
yeah. Okay. So yes, the pad is there. Okay. So you have you have an Espo coming to you. Espos, I have it. I just want to check a picture of them.
Hmm.
Okay, because I have a problem here.
What?
I have a I kind of freezed. Okay,
Oh, you look like you're moving to me.
okay.
What
Just
about you,
want to.
Tim? Are you still around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it
Mm-hmm.
felt strange for 5 seconds. Uh, okay, just want to check out something. The Espos have a gray uniform. They have a dark helmet with a dark visor. You can see their mouth. And they have no big dark gloves and dark boots. And well, they don't really deal with people. They're kind of very straight. They are very straight, and yeah, you don't mess with them that much. They shoot easily. And well, the two of them is coming to your ship, and yeah, with their comlink, they got your frequency, and so Starship just arrived. Get get outside to see your identification.
Were we provided identifications by the?
Yes, well, with the key you have that.
Okay. Okay. So I will go ahead, finish docking procedures, power down the ship, make sure it's secure and landed. Then I'll go outside the ship and show them the identification.
Okay, they're with their pad. You can't see if their eyes are actually looking the pad or you because of their visor. But
Well,
what do you think?
I look them in the face, just businesslike, not trying to draw attention to myself.
Okay, and
I'm kind of standing behind him, you know,
yeah,
uh, just very casual.
mm, they, they look at the ship. You're not the type we're used to see these types around.
Well, we're Imperial. We're Republic. We're here to retrieve specific important people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Go on your business then.
Very well.
Okay. So the big question: did you brought your weapons? Did you bring your weapons?
Well, they're on the ship.
Okay. Okay. Just say, Chiala, you have a description. He showed you a photo. She looks like a young girl, but well, the photo you have, she, her face is painted in white with black dots there, and she has a big red robe. She looks like Queen Amidala, but
Yeah.
with a little different. Okay. Yeah. So okay.
Do
What?
do we have a picture of her without all the makeup on?
No, because it's kind of they're accustomed to be painted like that.
Okay.
They kind of don't show themselves in public, and I think it has to do something with, well, you've been, you've heard of Naboo a little bit,
Yeah.
and okay, let's try something. In knowledge, you have planetary system. If you don't have it, roll your knowledge. You can both do that check.
Uh, 11. Oh, 2 successes.
And then
Sorry.
you have lots of knowledge. You have 3 success.
Yeah.
Your wild dice. Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, with 3 success. Well, no, it's their custom to be always like that, painted the royal family. So they try to cut off the picture that yeah they remove the picture. If they have to promote something, it will be with the white face. Yeah, the only persons that knows what they look like actually are the girls following her or her family.
So we're going to have to make sure that none of them leave, because she could be pretending to be one of them. And the queen,
Yes.
the one dressed as the queen, could be the bodyguard.
Well, we're only here to delay them, so we might as well just do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No need to
Okay.
get into a direct confrontation.
Okay. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, we need to keep them from leaving the planet.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. You hear, well, on your pad there are walls, but there are no roofs for your ship to land. But you hear sounds from the outside, and you seem to hear sound of a mob. You hear lots of people shouting, and someone with a speaker that you have no authorization on that ship, so you'll have to wait till you get a new one. You hear screams of protest.
So I have my little control pad on my wrist and on my forearm, and I activate my automatic security measures for my ship just to make sure that no one tries to hijack my ship.
Yeah, you see a blinking light under the ship. That's a signal that your ship is under security.
Yeah, you get the little car alarm sound. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that in our attempts at delaying and preventing this queen from leaving the planet, that we don't ourselves aren't get hijacked and left on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You have a droid in your ship?
Sure. Yeah, he's got one droid on board.
Okay, he's a kind of a maintenance droid.
Yeah, maintenance communication droid or whatever the droids do on the ship. I never quite knew that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well they all have their little task. You may have a droid that goes around and can handle some starship stuff, or they can do some repairs.
Okay.
An astromech droid, but an
Okay.
older version of R2D2, but
Yeah.
with a more Buck Rogery look, with antenna and spiral antennas coming from its stuff.
The giant arm sticking out the side, like, danger, danger.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's up to you now.
Well, we should first find this person.
On the background, you see
Of course.
big ship. You see a big ship leaving to the sky. It's a big ship, and it's a corporate ship.
Mm. So they would probably be using a Republic vessel if she's in the royal family, would she not?
Possibly. I'm
Uh,
not sure about Naboo. I'm not sure how advanced they are and what type of vessels they have of their own.
you a are you a hacker?
Me, no.
Oh, well,
Streetwise.
shit, neither am I. uh,
Persuasion, firearms, navigation. Well, let's see. We can probably try to find out what vessels are left. That might be available, because there was obviously some way of finding out, because all these people were having a riot near one.
yeah, and then we could also go to the more expensive parts of town and see if we can stake out where she would probably be staying at.
So I'm going to communicate with my droid on my ship and ask him and have him to tap into the city's specs, the city's maps, and try to find information on what vessels are left and what would most likely be used by an escaping queen. Because it's not going to be a massive transport for the masses. It's going to be something specific.
Okay, so you hear some beeps, beep, 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 and yeah, he's processing on something. Oh, just onto my computer is making something strange. You still see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just have my window screen in front of me. But okay. Okay, so he comes up with some kind of an answer. He has a list of vessels that departing vessels with lists of names.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So he could tell you what she should be in.
So can he identify which one is she supposed to be on?
Yeah, it's called the Justice 7.
The Justice 7.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be out of the planet in about tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, if we sabotage the ship, that could delay them, but that might just make them go get another ship. Pay to get onto another vessel.
True, true.
I mean, we could take them hostage and tie them up, but that would be one way of keeping them from leaving the planet.
Perhaps, but at the same time, it would be a little bit, well, we could attract unwanted attention. So let's keep that for last resort. You know, a little accident could happen on the way there. Not something that'd kill anyone, but that could delay them quite a bit, like a broken leg or an explosion.
Something that might disrupt the transport going to the ship.
True.
Okay. As you're talking, someone comes on the pad to chew you out. The same two espos as before, with a guy, a human with a long, kind of long coat, a gray long coat, and he has gray hairs, and he comes with a pad with a worried look, and comes after you and said, "We don't have the list of the people that should be on your ship."
And
Well, well, we have some problems. Can we book? Well, first of all, who were you coming for? Because you have the code come on the planet, but usually, unless there were some clerical error, the starship comes here with the list of people assigned to it, but you don't have a list assigned.
we came here to retrieve very specific persons, and we are not at liberty to disclose who they are, because how am I to know that you're not an assassin?
Assassin. What you're talking about?
This would be the perfect opportunity for someone who was so inclined to strike at the people we're trying to remove from this planet.
I see.
Just understand that they're very high-level dignitaries. They're important people. They're not only to your people, but to several other systems also. It's not publicly known that they're on your planet at this particular time.
Okay. You need to make me a con or a persuasion, whichever is higher.
I got a lot in persuasion.
It will be Nepal's roll with his own perception. You have a eye, yeah. And your wild eye, it rolled a 6.
Oh, I didn't roll my wild die either.
Well,
Let me.
well, you have a lot. You know, I see 5 success, and you have a. If the wild die, yeah, is the last die. Well, you have a 3 over that. Yeah. He looks at you and very well, but you should do fast because other ships are coming, and we have lots of people. We try to make our best to make the more people come out of the planet before the end. Yeah. So
How soon is it before the sun is going to go nova? What's the latest?
Going through his pad. Well, from our observation points and satellites, the calculation is estimated at 4 days and 9 hours.
4 days and 9 hours. Very well.
And well, if you want, you can log out to the planet's public channel, or there's lots of screen with a countdown. But yeah, we're happy because 2 hours ago it was 3 days, but they have prolonged the number and it's looking forward, from what I know, that we may have a little more time that adds up. So we hope to have the longest we can.
That's good. Well, we won't delay you any longer, and we will proceed to our business.
Very fine. We're looking forward to that. And he's going back. The Espos just look at you a couple of seconds after that, staring at both of you, and they too comes back a little slowly, but they are following the clerk that addressed to you.
Okay, so let's just get off this platform. The longer we're just standing here, the more attention we're going to draw.
I'm with you there, buddy. So we go ahead and filter out into the town and research on where we could find people.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going out of the platform. So what you see, your platform is one of probably the first of the starport, because there's some buildings, commercial buildings and all that, and yes, there's some kind of a mob. People are complaining, and you have lots of Espos trying to push them, and there are big droids trying to push the mob away from the starport, and you see someone break through the line of Espos, and he's being immediately shot at, and he falls down, and well, the two more Espos are coming. They take the body by the legs and the arms, and they're going away with it. You don't know where, but the mob is really trying to push the Espos, but since they have no weapons of, and they know that the Espos are shoots before asking questions, so very tense situation. People are complaining, trying to their claim of a passage.
So I'm gonna go and communicate with my droid again on my ship and ask him or tell him to try to find if there's any public records of where this queen is staying at. If there's like a massive suite that she would be staying in, a castle or something.
Okay. He bleep to you that he's searching for a princess or a queen from Naboo on the planet, and it takes him, well, a minute or two before he comes back to you with something. He said that in the local journal, in the news, kind of the newspaper, the old newspaper of the planet, there was an article about someone from Naboo going to visit some Ithorian scientists. And they're going, and Ithorian scientists, into the forest.
Oh, they're going into the forest.
Yeah.
So does he have like a map of this forest? Its location?
Well, he has a name of he has a name of a station that is in Ithorian. It's Utmot Shar.
Utmat Shar.
Yeah, and it's the Utmot Shar, kind of a floating station for plant watch.
What is it for?
It's a plant watch. They're watching plant life.
Oh, okay. That's odd. Planet is going to be destroyed and going into supernova, and she's venturing out into the forest.
Well, the news is 3 months old.
Okay.
It's even before something went wrong with the sun.
Oh, okay. So she might not be there at all anymore.
The news states that she came to discover more about plant life and try to talk with the scientists to find better medicine for planets that may need more, for colonies that have a hard time surviving with colonists. Yeah.
Okay. Do I have any? Do either of us have any potential scum contacts, like underworld contacts that might be on this planet?
You have to do a streetwise for that. It's a knowledge skill.
Okay, so I have 1 point in streetwise.
I have 2, but
Okay.
I only have I think 3 or 2 knowledge though. So
Okay. Well, I have 4 knowledge.
well, I guess we could both roll. So
Yeah, we might be able to. And that's with my
Two
wild.
That looks
successes.
like fine. 5 success. Okay. And yeah, and Chris?
I got 2 successes.
Well, which is quite good, but you never been on Ienda.
Hmm.
But what's the name of your character again? Rujo.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Well, Rujo, yeah, you have. Well, maybe you make business with maybe someone who used to come here,
Okay.
and yeah, it's true that the Ithorians were working on plant life a lot, and maybe you, but since some alcohol could be made from fruits they were harvesting, and you know someone who traded with some Ithorians to make some alcohol with fruits from them that were specifically growing on this
Moonshine?
planet. What?
Moonshiners.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going. Do I have a general idea where they might be, or?
Well, it's in the yeah, yeah. You have an ID. You probably have an address in your pad.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to suggest that we try to find this person. They might have some information about where the queen might be at, where she might be staying, or if she's even still out in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We might be able to exchange something.
So you're going to your contact.
Yeah.
Okay. The contact is called Broge.
Broge?
What?
Broge?
Broge.
Broge.
Yeah, be a Broge. And he's an alien. He's an Hodin. You see the Hodin?
Ah.
Yeah, we don't see that in the movie.
Anemone hair.
Yeah, yeah. Hodin have a great reputation as being expert in first aid and medicine.
It's like a Medusa.
Yeah, looks like. Yeah, yeah. They have quite a reputation as a race.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to try to make my way to that last known address that I have.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and split up and use a search skill to stake out, stake out the area? I'll catch up with Tim later.
Okay, so like stake out her ship, that ship that's supposed to depart.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to roll stealth to get on it first, but you know.
Or you could just find a location to watch it, see if the activity's around it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll roll stealth to get close to the ship. Well, close enough to watch it.
So you're going to watch Justice 7?
Yeah. And if I can get a time to come on, I can search it too.
Okay.
I've got 5 agility and 3 stealth. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes for stealth.
5 successes. We'll see if the droids around checking out the circulation will see or detect you. Okay. So we have 5 stealth. Okay. As you progress towards the pad on where Justice 7 is supposed to be landing or has landed, yes, you kind of you're able to see where the camera are, and there are some really big square droids with a big square head and a single eye in the middle, and big arms with weapons on it, and they are going around. There are some espos with them, but you're able to to make yourself through that place. Although on your way, you can see that someone is trying to hide like you. He's kind of across on your back is on a wall of a starship pad where a droid is passing in front of you, and the droid kind of see that person is kind of on the other end of the street, as I don't know how to call that, but the passage, yeah, the other side of the passage, and the droid kind of see him. He's a human. He's with a beige clothing with a bag, and he's totally afraid. And the droid comes over to him, and two espos with the droid, and they kind of interrogate the guy. You can go away from that scene, well, unless you want to do something with that scene, but it's just describing the tension.
Okay, well, do you think I have enough time to search before they quit being distracted by him?
So you're searching for?
Just to, I don't know, search to see if I could find maybe like paperwork or like a compad or something that would have like schedules, leaving schedules, or guest lists or whatever.
Beside every main door of every pads, there's some kind of a screen with a keyboard under it.
Okay, well, I'm not much of a hacker, so I'll just watch the ship for a little while. I'll stand away and just watch it for a few hours.
Okay. Well, you see the guy that I described being taken by the droid and the espos, and he's screaming, "No, no, I want to get with my wife!" And he's true. Yeah. From what you know from espos, I think the guy won't leave the planet. Okay. Yeah.
Not One Piece.
Yeah. So beside the main place of the Justice 7, well, the pad is there, but it's not the Justice 7 that is there. It's another ship from the corporate sector, and but you saw on the pad rapidly that Justice 7 was to be coming later that day. But you see there's a lot of people all in line coming towards where you are, from where the pad you are. People's with with some luggages and some espos or other corporate people going with them and with pads, and so you're still hidden behind a big box.
Well, in that case, it's getting a little hot for me. I'll take my bow. I'll bow out.
Okay, and you're going away.
Yeah.
You're going where?
Just to where I told Tim's character I'd meet him.
Okay, Rujo.
Yeah,
Rujo. So you're going back. Since you can make another stealth check on that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just I'm kind of disorganized here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 success?
Yeah.
Well, on your
That's
way
more
back,
than 3, right? Is successes?
Yeah, 3 plus is a success, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just to open something here out of game when it's that kind of way to add the dices came with the Hercule and Xena role-playing game.
Oh, really?
Yes, and well, I've made the map a lots of times since it came out, and comparing, just adding the dice and success, and it all comes with the same kind of result as for the difficulty you can reach. But it's way faster with just because sometimes in D6
Yeah.
system you may roll 10 dice, so you have to add them all, and it's too long. So for if someone is watching and is a D6 fan but don't know much about the D6 Prime or Legend, depending on which game it was taken from, the map is doing well. So yeah, on your way back, some point you came face to face with the Nespo. He's looking at you, and who are you?
Oh. I'm just lost on my way to my to a meeting point. Where am I actually?
Okay, yeah. So suddenly he take his gun. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, so he's looking at you. Well, okay, go on your way, and he's going away.
Okay.
He's been called elsewhere.
All right. I go back to the.
You have the address of Broge, the Hoden distiller. Is it the name distiller if you want to make alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
If it's like a whiskey type of alcohol. If it's like beer, it's a brewery.
Yeah, well, it will. I don't know. Well, he's doing something with fruits, so it's more.
It's more of a vineyard.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a
Winemaker.
Well, the liquor he was selling to you was kind of a strong alcohol. It was not like, well, Porto.
Port. Yeah.
Okay.
That's still considered a winemaker, even though they do use spirits in the process of making port.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Rude. Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay. So Rujo, you're going to see Broge.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, I'm on
together.
my way, seeing there.
All right. I'm gonna try and catch up.
Oh,
Well, you're probably already there by the time I'm done, but
yeah, probably.
I'll be waiting outside for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I had to check out something fast. Okay, so yeah, you're going to see Broge. Well, you're in front of his shop. Well, all the way going there, you cross many people. Some of them are nervous. You see that you can spot the people that look more desperate. They look like poor people, and then they're roaming the streets, trying to talk with each other, and yeah, they have really depressed looks, and they're looking at the sun. And by the way, the sun is quite strange in the sky. He doesn't look like a normal sun, a usual sun.
Okay.
You're in front of his distillery, or well, winery, and it's a big metal structure with a sliding door from up to down, but it seems closed.
Okay. So I'm trying not to stand out, so I might just be trying to look anxious, like I'm one of the people who are wanting to get off the planet. But I'm still just trying to look for a way inside. And I finally just go up to the door and I knock on it.
Okay, yeah. Well, you have a com number that you can kind of a phone number.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and signal him.
okay. And he's responding, yes, yes, what is it? What is it?
Broj, it's me, your old friend, Rujo.
Uh, Joe, what are you doing here?
I've come here to talk to you.
You you didn't want to choose another time. We're trying to leave.
No, this is the exact time I want to talk to you.
Well, I don't have much time. I'm in a hurry. I have my ticket for my ship, but what do you want?
I need to I need to speak with you face to face. Can I come in now? Please, pretty please.
I know you're in messy business. I have no time for that.
I'm not interested in you getting involved in it. All I want is a little bit of information from you.
Okay. You will just make a persuasion to see how deep you can go with that.
Okay. 1,
Oh,
2, 3,
yes.
4, 5.
You have lots in that. Okay, yeah. Oh, you, Rujo. And you see the door in front of you. He's opening. And you can see him with his, well, he has some kind of some luggage on a floating platform.
Okay.
And a droid beside him, a small droid with all kind of tubes in his arm and in his back, and some kind of tanks in his back. Probably you guess that it's something to make alcohol. It's a alcohol making droid. Probably the tubes are there, but maybe you saw that, plunging his arm into a liquid, and the liquid passed through him and making an analysis of the quality and stuff like that. So he's looking at you with angry eyes, and his tentacles are moving, and you have to do it fast because I have to go now.
What was the name of the person we're supposed to find?
Chiara.
Chiala?
Yeah.
So we need to find someone. I need to find someone on this planet by the name of Chiala from Naboo. Do you have any way how I might be able to find where she's staying at?
What do you... Naboo. He's thinking. I don't know the planet.
She's a high-profile dignitary from Naboo.
Oh yeah, like the many tourists that we receive.
And I will pull up that article that the droid dug up from a few months ago.
Okay,
on my visual. I'll show it to him.
Okay, he's looking at that, and Utmarshar station, yes. Oh, this is quite a special place. Yeah. What it was 3 months ago, but I know where this place is, and that's all I can do for you.
You have no idea where there might be some dignitaries staying, or who I could talk to find out that information.
With big hotels, but there's not much of big dignitaries. The big dignitaries, especially if they were under corporate good grace, are already gone.
See, that's the interesting thing, is she's scheduled to leave tomorrow on the Justice 7 ship. I'm wondering why is she not gone yet?
Okay, so this is a planet that is not in Naboo, probably not a planet under good relation with corporate sector. That's why. That's it. Well, you know how the corporate is. Well, maybe you didn't been here very often, but Yeah, they will pass before everyone that are under their good grace before everyone else. They want money. Probably she would. Nebu is not a very doesn't pay much.
I'm not certain myself. I've never been there either. But someone is interested in finding her that is paying well. And I would be willing to share some of that with you if you could help me find her.
Why do you find her? Why do you want to find her?
You don't.
He has a worried look in his big eyes.
Well, I don't want to get you involved. You don't want to be involved. All I want is some information. I would be willing to pay you for it. I'm sure you know people on this planet who can find out that sort of information.
Let me think. Let me think.
You're one of the most resourceful people I've ever known. I'm sure that you could find it.
Oh, you really think that? He's trying to think fast and says, "Well, okay. I know someone. I know. Okay, I know a place where you can find information about the stations because there's some of them in the wild regions. So you can have maybe a contact with the Utmachar station. Uh, I have nothing to lose since I'm leaving, so he's searching into his pocket. You know that he's giving you the same kind of key. This is my key. You can. It was my merchant code, so I can. I have all the directory of all those stations. So maybe you could try to reach them. You can use my comm over here, and he's pointing a wall. You just have to replug it.
Okay. So I have to replug it. I have to reattach it. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but it's an easy task.
Oh, okay.
But I have to leave now. And he's pushing his luggage, floating luggage, and his droid is kind of walking beside him.
Well, good luck, Bruges. I will talk to you off planet at some point in the future.
If you leave fast enough.
Well, I will be gone before 4 days from now.
Okay, so he's going and without looking back at you.
Okay. So did he tell me the name of this person?
There's no person. He told you that you could reach the Utmachar station.
Okay. I see.
You can reach all the floating stations and probably other things. It's some kind of a directory and special numbers that you can use to call many places around the planet.
Let me write down. I didn't write it down. How do you spell her name, that person that we're looking for?
Chiara. I will write it. I will write it the way I wrote it.
Okay.
Chiara.
Okay, Okay, so I'm going to contact that station.
Okay, you find it quite fast into that directory, and you hear someone's coming while you're dialing. Someone's coming into the building.
Okay, I disconnect it and I go hide behind some vats. They're still left in the room.
Okay, roll your hiding skill.
I don't have. That's something I'm not as a hider.
Well, since it's quite dark, you can have a bonus dice on that.
What would that be under?
Perception. Strangely.
Perception.
Or dexterity.
Well, I have a high perception, so it's +2.
Yeah.
+2 dice.
Yeah. Well, one dice. Oh yeah. Well, you have +1 dice before because of the
wild die.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 4 perception. So I'd roll 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, let me clear that out. That was my last one. Ooh, 4.
That's quite good. Uh, okay, well, that's okay. So yeah, well, okay. Well, from your hiding point, you see a Rhodian looking at the place quizzically. It seems to be your friend.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just hanging out, coming back, waiting for him, checking my watch.
Okay.
Okay. So I relay all the information that I just learned about. We have some contact information for the station. He gave us his contact credentials. So I figure they might be able to direct us where she might be hiding, where she might be at. Maybe she's even still out there.
Well, looks like we have a place to start then, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back over, try to to the comm, reinitialize the communications with that station.
Okay. So you have communication. The communication is established, and you hear a strange voice uh, answering you. It sounds like a voice. Well, it sounds like an Ithorian. They have two mouths. So okay. So Yut Machar, Yut Machar. Who am I speaking at?
You are speaking with Rugio. I am here in contacting you with concerns to Chiala. We have not heard from her. She is to rendezvous on board her ship tomorrow, the Justice 7, and we have not heard from her. Is she at that station?
We've not heard from her since 2 weeks. Two.
Where did she leave to? Do you know?
She and he responds to you. Well, she went deep in the wood with Ithorian mystics.
For what purpose?
The mystics felt that they could touch the ground, and she wanted to go with them. She seems to be very interested with them. uh, with them, she followed them with all her suit and her. The word is missing, but the girls that following her.
Her entourage.
Yeah.
Do you have a contact information for her with inside the city to see if she's made it back yet?
She always stayed on our station.
She only stayed within the station. And she has not returned to the station for 2 weeks?
No.
She has a very tight window of when she can leave this planet. She's only able to get on this ship tomorrow because of bureaucracy. We need to find her.
I'm sorry, but you can come.
We will come. And
You have the coordinates, so you know where to find us.
very well. So I disconnect and I'm looking around inside of his place, Bruges' place, see if he has any sort of surface transportation, anything that's left in here.
No, he really emptied all of his place. You only see you only see empty storage racks and empty counters and some furniture.
So is this station? It's on the surface, though, right?
Yeah, well, the station is floating in the air. From what you know from Ithorians in their culture, their religions, on their home planet, the cities are floating around the planet. they don't go underground. They kind of avoid touching the ground and going into nature because it's not their it's against their religion.
To touch the ground?
Yeah, and go into the nature.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should just go back to the ship and take that out there if we have to fly there anyway.
Oh, sounds like a good idea to me. I wonder, though, we're only wanting to prevent her from leaving. Wouldn't it be such a crying shame if the forest she was in just burnt down? I'm sure in the big scale of things, it wouldn't matter any. The sun's about to blow, but
Yeah, I have no objection to it, but we have to make sure we can actually know where she's at.
no, yes, that's true. This is true. If she's not there, then it would be a pointless waste.
Okay, so I guess we go back to my ship, and we're gonna fly out to that.
So you're going back to your ship, the same kind of scene all the way through. People desperate to leave, supposedly controlling every ticket and shooting whoever is trying to cross lines without that. Yeah, but you have your authorizations. Well, you have to pass a fence for to have your authorization. Yeah, and yeah, well, you're able to get to your ship despite many suspicious looks from the guards controlling the gates.
Okay. I avoid eye contact with them, and I just move quickly back to the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you're on your ship. So you're going the way you're going to the station, the floating station.
Yeah.
Okay. So well, you're being asked by a controller, where are you going?
We've received new information where our contact is at, and we need to move. We need to go there immediately. The person that we've come to this planet to retrieve.
He's saying, okay then, go get her. We'll monitor you.
Okay, I just go to my ship.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so you're well, okay, so you're on your ship. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and you're so you're going to the station. You don't do anything else. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you're flying across the city, and then you come into a vast area of pure nature. And yeah, it's quite fast, and you find that floating station, which is a big platform simply floating over the forest, and there's somewhere where you can land your ship that is big enough to have your ship on.
Okay.
So with all, you have authorization to land and all that, people. You don't have problem to get there.
Okay. Okay, so I go ahead and land, and I'm going to try to find a controller or someone there.
Well, okay. So there's lots of Ithorians in there, and the Ithorian is welcoming you, and yeah, he's looking at a pad too, and are you the one who were searching for Chiara?
Yes, that is us.
Look at the Rhodian, and he's looking at Wedek and suspiciously, because Rhodians You can't trust them. But
Keep your eyes to yourself, man.
Giala is a very respectable human.
I agree. That's why we need to make sure that she gets to her ship. She has to leave tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck. He's pointing down. You know, you have a windows that shows the forest under. They're under air.
Do you have
Just
a specific location?
Yeah, just under us. Under the station.
Okay. Does it look like there's anywhere I could land my ship down there?
You
Because
don't.
if we do end up setting the forest on fire or doing something like that, I don't want to go back up to the station.
You'll have to fly over the place and search for a landing place, but it seems to be a very tight forest.
Okay. There's no place to land.
You can try to scan the place. It's a well. You can make some kind of a search roll for with your, with your ship while flying your ship.
So would that be piloting or navigation, or what would that be? Or something else?
Yeah, it will be a search roll, but you have to because it will be a visual search. You have to see by yourself because your sensors are not accurate enough for such forest. You will show on your sensors. You will show no landing places, so you have to.
So a perception, maybe.
Yeah, perception. Well, a search. Well, under perception.
Is that a specific skill search?
Yeah, it's called search. It's
okay.
Under perception usually.
Okay, I don't have that skill.
But you can roll your perception. Yeah, there's no problem. So you're taking you go back at your ship and you try to find something, or
I'm circling overhead.
I do have search and 3 search for perception, so I'll look out the window and search for them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
You have
I
three?
only have 2.
2, yeah, I see that. Okay. Well, it takes you sometimes, it takes you sometimes to find a place where you can. It's not a very safe place to land. You have to be careful on because you can you can land on the wrong side because you have hit something, but you may take a try by placing your ship there. It's a piloting skill.
Okay. So I have piloting skill. And clear. Oh, 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. Then you begin to descend. You can hear outside of the hall trees that are scratching the hall a little. But yeah, you are able to land there and very carefully.
Okay. Well, you're more of the stealthy one. Would you like to search and see if you can find her? I forgot your character's name, Chris.
Weedek.
Weedek, and yeah, I forgot I was muted. It's like, oh well, of course. Let me see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We'll do little concentric circles looking for her in this immediate area, or in the area where they pointed us to.
All the while, you receive someone trying to call your ship.
Do I recognize who it is?
Coming from the Utmar Shar station.
Okay. Yes?
Why did you land in the forest? It's secret.
We're trying to find her. We need to get to her now. The sacred forest is going to be gone in 4 days. We're trying to save lives.
Okay, he has a moment of hesitation. All right. Then he cuts the communication. He lets you go.
Oh, I got 3 successes on my search check. So
Well,
when we do the searching, you know.
Well, you. Okay. Well, you're quite confused, and you're not used to be in that much woods around. And well, you take a couple of minutes going around, while not losing an eye contact with the ship. And well, fast like that, you don't have found her yet. Yeah, but to make a perception check.
Just a straight perception?
Yeah.
Alright, that's 4 dice. 3, actually.
Okay. You're looking around and you see, well, there's some kind of a big blue serpent that's going over to your way. It's big, you know, its body is big like that.
Oh. Since our blasters were on our ship, we probably have them now that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe well, you could have, yeah. I guess you have the reflex to bring them with you since no authority is going to watch over you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, do another perception check. It's for initiative.
Alright. Another 3.
Okay. Yeah, you saw it just in time. It's a couple of meters in front of you. It came out from some bushes. You see its head going, and it has 3 eyes. So yeah, so you see it coming, and it's going quite fast. So you're the first to do something.
Alright, I've got 5 in agility and
Right.
3 in my blaster skill.
Okay.
So I'll get that one here in a second.
No problems.
Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 success.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot. Okay. Okay. The way I deal with damage is that you have scored more than double what you needed to hit, so you have kind of a full damage. You only roll 1 die. It's the wild die. You have, you know, the gun you have does 5 dice of damage, so you have already 4 success that you don't have to roll. You know, I consider that you do max damage, but you still have to roll your wild die over that to see if it does a success, or if it does a 6 and you can have it.
It's just did a 2.
Okay, so you have 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. your shot got its back, and it made a small hole in it, and the creature seems a little more angry. So it's coming at you, and it will try to try to bite you. You can try to maybe dodge your way out. You have dodge?
No, just dexterity.
Okay, so but you will lose 1 dice on that one. You will only have to roll 4 dice.
Okay. And I only got 2 successes.
Okay, so it bites you.
I got bitten by a 3-eyed snake.
Okay, and roll your strength for your damage.
Oh. I got 2 strength. But I got 2 successes, so...
Yeah. Okay, well, you always have the option to use character points to have a better score, or but you have 2 success.
Yeah.
Okay, he bited you. You know, it was quite fast, and it bited you really deeply into your chest. So you have a wound. Wound means that you will lose 1 dice for anything you do until you're healed. But he's kind of over you. But your gun, your arm with the gun is still available.
I'm gonna try and shoot him again if I have the chance.
Yeah, well, it's your turn, so yeah, you can do that, but you have 1 dice less to roll on your skill.
Okay, there's 5.
Am I seeing this up, or is it?
Yeah.
Or has he moved off quite a bit?
But well, do a perception check. You see,
Oh, that's a terrible
yeah.
roll.
how much do you have, Chris?
For my blaster roll, I had
What?
2 successes out of
Well,
7 dice.
Yeah, it happens. Well, you hit. Okay, but you will roll this time. You will roll 5 dice for damage. You will roll all of them. While Rujo, yes, you're in the cockpit and you saw you saw a flash that looks like a blaster bolt being shot.
Okay, so I go ahead and grab my blaster and head out there. Head outside.
Okay. I
So-
did 4 dice, 4 successes in my
4
damage
successes.
roll.
Okay, the snake remove its mouth from you and goes back a little. You feel the burn. You know, maybe he was trying to digest you in some way, but he will try to bite you again. You may try a dodge, but with 2 dice less because you are already wounded.
Alright, so that's 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And no successes.
Have a 0.
Yep.
So
Here's my
you-
strength.
Yeah,
and
you
2
should roll
successes
your
for
strength already because you felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried to roll your way around, but he kind of came over you, and then he swallowed you a little more. How much strength did you roll?
Actually, I wouldn't even have a strength roll because I have because I only have 2 dice and strength and I'm at -2.
You got 2.
Yeah, so I can't actually resist any damage.
Oh no, okay, yeah, you can roll for strength roll. There's no penalty. You roll everything you have.
Okay, in that case, I got 2 successes.
Okay, you're kind of grazed. You will lose another dice, but it will just last for, let's say, 1 round. So, Rujo, you're out of the ship. Throughout the trees, you can see a serpent kind of raised like that, and that's the last attack he did. It's a little far, but Well, you can shoot it if you want, or
Is there a chance of me hitting him, Weejik?
no, because you don't see him. He's kind of on the ground. He's back
Okay,
on the ground.
but I can see the snake.
Yeah, you see bits of its back.
Okay.
Will be well, yeah, it will be this shot will be a little harder.
Okay, do I have some subtraction on dice or something?
No, it's just the difficulty will be higher, so
Oh, okay.
you can roll a full your full skill.
So it's firearms and my dex. Okay.
Yeah. 6 success. Yeah, you hit.
That's
You
with
roll
the
5
wild dice too.
Yeah. So yes, you roll. You roll your damage 5 dice.
Okay.
Oh,
That's 2.
that's too. You kind of it has some stuff going out of his back, and you hit that. Doesn't seem to be aware that you just shot it. All the way.
It's not even. It didn't even hurt it enough so that it's aware.
Oh yeah, well I've rolled, my wild die. I did roll a very high strength because of the wild die, so
Oh,
he
okay, okay.
doesn't even notice. He, but it's kind of a lucky resistance. So Videk, you're still on the ground. The snake has bit more of your clothing than you, but what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and shoot it one more time. This time I'm at like -2, so
Yeah, you still roll 5 dice for that.
6 actually. I got 5 in deck.
Yeah. That's true. You have attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay. With 5, yeah, you do full damage. You only roll your wild die on that, so you will 4 plus the of the wild die.
And it's a 6.
Let's roll it again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, wild die. Exploding.
5.
So you made 6 damage. Okay, you shoot it in the neck, and it kind of its eyes kind of goes blank, and the snake falls down. And okay, so you see that Rujo, you see you hear the shot, but all the while you hear someone or something coming behind you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look around.
Okay. You see a young girl, which is you can see. Well, she has braided hair, and she's wearing kind of a beige clothes with a kind of a blue tabard, a small tabard, and she's looking at you wearily, and yeah, she's a human.
So, who are you?
My name is Nadine.
What are you doing out here?
She looks at the ship and all the trees that you broke. What was your question? Sorry.
What are you doing out here?
I'm with my princess, but we've heard she's pointing at the ship. You didn't know that you didn't have to do that?
What do you mean?
Well, Ithorians don't like their trees to be broken like that.
Well, they're all going to be gone in a few days.
Yes, we know. Who are you?
Me? My name is Bruges.
Okay. And what are you doing in the forest?
We came here looking for someone. We were hired to extract someone from this planet, and we're looking for them. A Corellian dignitary.
I think you're in the wrong place.
I'm certain this is where we were told to find them.
I think you've been mistaken, and she's kind of begin to go back a little. All the while,
I holster my pistol and I just hold my hands up in the air. I'm not of any threat to you.
okay. All the while, Weedek, I guess you're standing up.
If I can, I was pretty heavily wounded.
Yeah, you have a wound that hurts, but you can stand up easily. So the young girl, the dean, is kind of looking over your shoulder while going a little back, and she sees the Rhodian, and there's no Corellian dignitaries in this forest. There's no one. It's except my princess and
Your princess?
some Ithorians.
Who's your princess?
Why should I tell you? And she's going back a little, some paces back, and
Please, I'm not here to threaten you. But I'm certain that this is the location. This was the station we were told. You should get to your ship.
yes, that's what's planned.
I mean, soon.
Our ship is due for tomorrow.
You should get there soon. I mean, you don't want to be out in this forest when the planet is going to be gone soon. I mean, we can help you get there if you would like.
It's all okay, and but I think you should look elsewhere for who you are searching for. And she's kind of going back, and she's kind of running in the woods. She seems afraid.
Okay. How old is she? Like
A teenager.
Oh, okay.
She's not more than 16 years old. She may be a little younger. You can ask. You can guess, but she doesn't like an adult. Although some adults looks like as if they were 14 years old, but that's another story.
So can we try to follow her without her seeing us?
Well, she could be very easy to follow. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we're gonna try to follow her back to where she's going to without being seen.
and Videk, you're following too.
uh, yeah, I'll follow. I got
Well, you have
minus
some
one,
wounds.
right?
Yeah, well, unless you want your wounds to be tended in the ship, there's some med packs that can help you with that.
Okay, I go ahead and slap on a med pack and, just quickly tend to my wounds.
Okay. First aid is a technical check.
Oh, well, okay. I think I have 3 dice in technical, but I don't have first aid as a skill.
Well, we'll try. Yeah, but the use of a med pack is something common in the civilized parts of the galaxy.
Okay. I only got 2 successes though, whatever that's worth.
Well, it's not fully healed, but it eases the pain, so the -1 dice might not apply for, let's say, a couple of hours.
Okay.
But you made some bandages to try to stop the green blood coming from your body.
All right.
She will. It takes you 5 minutes. Medpacks are very efficient.
Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I'm done, I have 5 successes for stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in front, and I guess Rujo, you're following the skill, the weed deck through his stealth.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy. What is it just dexterity?
Well, I consider that maybe you don't have to roll since he has a very good roll. We can
Okay.
we can roughly
Yeah.
say that you follow his step and you're being careful.
Okay.
Okay, so well, unless yeah, you may roll, but only if you got a 0 result, maybe you will be unstealthy. But any other result, even if you have 1 success, it will be a success. So it's a dexterity or perception.
Okay, they're both the same.
Oh yeah, you can follow it easily. Okay, so you're following both of you together. You don't have to. There's not much effort to follow the girl's tracks. At some point, you find you can see through the woods. You see a head coming from the woods. It's an Ithorian head, and when you are going a little nearer, you can see another head, and because Ithorians are quite tall, so you can just see the top of the head with the 2 eyes coming from between branches and bushes. And their eyes are closed.
They're closed. Okay. Are they asleep? Do you know anything about these Ithorians?
Would that be a knowledge check? I've got 2
Yeah,
knowledge.
alien races, if you have it, and otherwise it's a knowledge check.
Okay. I got 1 success. They're tall and they look weird.
The only thing you know about Ithorians is that they are crazy ecologists.
I rolled 4.
You recall that, yeah, those Jedi's and Force mystics, well, there may be some amongst them, and yeah, they may meditate from time to time, if that's what they are right now.
I'm going to look at them very closely. Do they look like Jedis?
You don't see their clothing, but you have saw Jedi's once or twice in your life, not in action, but they have very specific brown robes, and yeah, they have the special weapons that cuts through anything. The lightsaber.
Well, I'm going to keep sneaking up until we can see their clothes. See if I can see that they're Jedi or not.
Okay, you get close enough to see between more of the vegetation, and you can see that there's there's kind of 5 young girls on their knees, but one of them is talking to the others, and it's Nadine that's talking to the others, and they look quite concerned, and she's kind of pointing at their direction, well, the direction of where you were met, because they don't seem to see you, but they're very worried, and you have an Ithorian who says, calm down, I know that they are near, with their 2 mouths.
So I'm just going to look at these Ithorians. Do they look like Jedi?
No, they're very poorly clothed, and they have one of them is holding a staff, from an old branch, and yeah, their eyes are closed. One of the girls is dressed a little differently. She doesn't have the white face, but you recognize the robe from the photo, the old photograph that Vic Antra showed you.
Well, here they are.
You have a signal on your wrist comm. It's your droid calling you.
Okay. So I'm going to communicate with them in text instead of vocally.
Yeah. So okay. He's writing to you that some ships are going around where your ship has landed, and yeah, just when you read that, you realize that there's an engine sound that is one different from the space station floating nearby. The station. It's not space station. The station.
Well, what do you suggest we check?
I don't know. I think at this point we just mail him back the credits he gave us and, go find another mark.
Suddenly, the girl, which looks like Chiala, kind of just turn her head and open her eyes slowly and looks at your direction. She's looking at specifically where you are, and she got on her feet and walks slowly towards you. And the other girls are kind of excited. What she's doing? And they're kind of, come back, our queen, our princess. And she just calmly goes towards you.
I'm just waiting.
And she looks like a young girl too, but she's very kind of focused and zen and look at you and says, "Yeah, somehow I knew that you were coming for me."
For you? Who are you?
I'm Chiara.
Chiara.
Chiara Jeffen.
I cordially bow my head. My name is Bruges.
That's not your name.
Oh?
I don't know your name, but that's not your name.
That is indeed my name. What are you doing out here?
I'm meditating.
On what? Don't you know the planet is doomed?
Yes, and we're about to leave tomorrow.
You should be getting out of here. In fact, we're looking for someone to take them out of here.
Yeah, I know. But why did you came for me?
I have not come for you. It's the first time I've met you.
There's no coincidence. Maybe it's my destiny. And you see all the girls behind, kind of, one is like that and frightened eyes, and that one of them, no, come back. And all the Ithorians are standing still.
Tell me about what you think is your destiny.
Frankly, I don't know. I don't know, but I know that you are part of it.
Come, let us help you get off this planet.
I got 4 stealth successes. I just kind of slip away back to the ship.
Okay. And well, she's looking at yeah, she's looking at you. There's
I wave as I walk away if she's looking at me, if that's what you said.
no, she's not looking at you, and she's looking at Rujo, and she says, "I'm there's a disturbance, and I know that if I follow you, I won't, I will never come back home."
Nonsense. We have no intention. I have no intention of killing you.
Hmm. Hmm. You have to make a persuasion check on that one.
Okay.
And the
Well,
deceptive truth.
I technically have no plans on killing her.
Yeah, well, but you have, well, you don't have nothing against her. You want the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nevertheless, you're not a. That's what you rolled?
Yeah, that's with my wild die.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So she looked at you intensely. Sh- I can defend myself. She looks at one of the girl. She can either she can either defend. I told her not to use violence to protect me because it's against the will of the Force.
It's against the will of the Force?
Yes, you surely have heard of Jedi's.
I've heard rumors of them, but I frankly don't believe in any of that.
I came here to know about this strange powers I always thought I had. But yeah, I will take my ship tomorrow. I hope you have a good voyage back. And she's going back into the circle to meditate. And then we that you come at the ship, and what you see is that these are two corporate ships that kind of shooted cables on the ship, and they are towing the ship out of the forest.
Can I tell the droid to take off?
Yeah, well, from a distance you can guess that's what is going on. You're muted, Chris, if you wanted to say something.
I said, you don't see this. You're still there. Remember, I walked away.
Yeah. But you're near, but your droid, all the while, your droid sent you a message when Chiala kind of stopped talking to you. You saw that your droid sent you some message about that. But you, Widek, you can see that live. You see the ship kind of going up, and there's two smaller kind of speeders with cables just putting the ship out of the forest.
Okay,
Slowly.
I call up Brujo. Yeah. Uh, do you have any kind of remote control destroy shit button anywhere?
Well, can I have the droid activate the engines and try to fly off?
Yeah, you can do that.
Perhaps drag those things along and drag them down into the trees?
Yeah, it's like okay, so yeah, he will do that. So he start the engines and try to pull the ship. And yeah, your ship has some modifications that make it an outstanding ship and a quite powerful engine. So you see VDEC, the cable are breaking from the speeder. One of the speeder is kind of doing something like that in the air, and you see the ship going over your head over the circle. And so there's a there's some kind of a pursuit in the sky. The speeders are going against, are pursuing your ship. But your druid has been well trained, and he's able to distance the speeders. And yeah, the girls around the circles are looking at the sky wearily with lots of worries. But Chiara is getting up and going back to you, Rujo, and maybe you'll need my help then.
We can help each other.
Yes. Okay. What do you suggest?
Let us help you get off this planet.
I have a way to get off this planet.
It is not as sure as you think it is. There are those who are working against you, who make sure that that ship will not take off.
Yeah, I know that there are some people in the corporate sector that doesn't love me. Although why you say that, you receive another message on your comm, your text message. The time set for the supernova has changed. Your droid is sending you that.
When did they update it to?
3 hours.
Okay.
And Videk, you're quite sensitive to sun rays, and yeah, you feel on your skin that something is strange, and you see the sun seems to be dancing in the sky. Well, you know that it's an atmospheric illusion, but yeah, the sun is not the same as when you arrived first.
Look, I come up behind him because I was walking the way back, and I put my head. It's like, it's over, man.
Well, I turned to Chiala and said, "Very well. You're determined in your decisions, and you will have to take your chances with your ship tomorrow."
The ship, it will be too late. And you see all the mystics are opening their eyes, all the Ithorians, and they kind of stand up and look at each other, waving their head, and yeah, and they talk with each other, but in their native language. You may try to understand, that's a Star Wars quirk. You can understand any language if you make an enough knowledge skill.
I'm not too worried about it. I really just want to direct my droid to send the ship back, try to lose those speeders, and then come back and pick us up.
And okay, then yeah, the mystics are quite yeah, well, they talk with each other, and the girls are coming besides their princess, and they look at you with the eyes with some suspicions, and one of them is not, it doesn't seem to be much afraid of you. She's just beside Chiala, and it's not Nadine, it's another one. She has black skin, and she's looking at you. one hand in her pocket.
I simply say, well, you can come with us. We can collect the money, and you can, and you'll get off here before it blows, and you can change your name and do whatever. We have room for 2 more people.
She's looking at the other girls. They're all coming with me.
Okay, well, it's going to be cramped. Let's get moving.
Okay. Your droid sending you a message saying that the speeders has broke off their pursuit since they are going back to the city and he doesn't know why.
So just get back here.
And yeah, so the ship is over, and he doesn't know where to land, but he's sending you a ladder, you know, a rope ladder.
I climb up it.
Chiala is looking at you. Is looking at you climbing it, and she looks at Videk.
It's probably better this way anyway. If someone sent us to find you, then they're probably going to send more people. You change your name, you still have you could still work with your family as long as they don't contact you. I can help you out with that, and you'll become invisible pretty much.
Big Untra sended you.
Huh?
He's been sending me that, threat message of death.
Yeah.
So Ouija could get on board.
And look, all the girls are kind of climbing up the ladder and okay, it's only the kind of her bodyguard that stays with her. And
I was just trying to get Ouija to climb up without them.
Well, I'm gonna get on right after them.
There's not enough room for all of you. There's physically not enough room.
Well, there's cargo space.
Not really. There's cargo space for very small items.
We'll put air holes in the trunk.
Okay, so all the girls that trying to climb are kind of they look at you. No, we won't get back.
Tell you what, we will make sure someone knows where you are, and they'll come pick you up, because we cannot take all of you. Ouija, get on board.
I shrug and I get up and I start climbing the ladder.
Okay, Chiala looks at you and take my girls. I'll stay here.
As soon as Ouija gets on the ladder, I just start flying off.
Yeah. So you're flying off, and so Ouija, you are able to get into the ship, and yeah, you don't see them anymore in the forest.
Well, I'm like, I just look at him and I shake my head. And it's like, we could fit him on.
Of course we could have, but we weren't paid to. I wanted that contact I wanted to have him as a contact. I don't care about a bunch of little girls. How many billions of people else are gonna die on this planet? Some royal blood deserves to be saved over everyone else. It's the way of the universe. Strap in.
I shrug.
I raise the ladder up and close the hatch, and as soon as I'm able to get above the atmosphere, I'd go into light speed.
And it's like, 2 contacts are better than 1. And
Exactly.
She did have ties to the royal family in Naboo. We could have made a profit off both of them.
Naboo. What's Naboo? I don't even know where that planet is.
It's one of the head planets in the Republic. Am I right?
More, yeah. Well, it's a known planet, but it's not a particularly important one back then. It takes more importance in episode one, but before
That's
that,
why. That's why it was. She only had one window of opportunity to get on that ship, and they were putting it off for her to get away. She's like, they didn't care that much. She was such. That was such a low level planet, apparently.
yeah. So you're going off, and the space around the planet Ienda is crowded with starships going into hyperspace. You have taken your route through, yeah, got your way back through hyperspace, going back to Vic Untra's office. That's where you're going. You want your money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna betray us.
I just send him a signal. I don't actually go to his office. She's been delayed.
You have a hollow projection of him on your ship. Very well. I've heard that Ienda has been destroyed in the supernova earlier than it was supposed to. You've been quite lucky to get out in time.
We
Yeah.
found her and made sure that she did not get to her vessel in time. There was no possible way she could have gotten off planet.
Okay. And where did you put her to have her stay there?
She was out in the woods. Left her out in the woods, far away from any ships.
I think the sun has played into our favor then. Yeah, you will be paid. And give us. Okay, you can. I will check out. Give us an account number to put the credits in, and you'll be paid as soon as I have proved that she hasn't left the planet.
Very well.
I look at him, and when the comm link closes, I say, "How is he going to prove that someone hasn't left the planet?"
He has his.
We got played.
Well, he has his ways, and we have our ways.
We have-
5,000 credits is better than nothing.
I guess.
So yeah, 500 years before the Empire got its first defeat by the destruction of the Death Star, two scoundrels left an unarmed girl on a planet going supernova. And yeah, that's the way it is with criminal world. So yeah, okay, that was a simple game, but I didn't know how it was going to end. But nevertheless, that I had prepared had a way to get through the game. So I hope you have fun. You know, if you have
Yeah, that was
any
fun.
comments on the game or anything.
Yeah, it went on a little after we usually stop. It's like 12:45 here.
Yeah, well,
With one shot, it's kind of hard to.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I didn't want to have a sequel that could be played weeks later,
Or never.
Yeah.
or never. Yeah, we had a conclusion. So and yeah, everyone played. I felt that everyone played their part well. Yeah, so well, glad that you enjoyed it, and maybe in the future we'll see another adventure of Bidek and Rujo. We don't know. If that ever happens, I will give you character points then, so you could kind of raise some skills if you would want to.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Sounds
but okay, yeah. Since you haven't used force points, I won't give you dark side points because yeah, you didn't use the force. But if you have took force points with with what you did, you would have opened the door to the dark side, and you would have gained one dark side point. How it works in Star Wars, the first dark side point is not dangerous, but from the second dark side point, I roll one die, and if I roll less than your number of dark side point, you fell into the dark side, and you become an NPC. Well, technically in the game, but you can be a PC, but you are kind of, let's say, controlled by the
Changed.
dark side. Well, staying and controlled, yeah, you you're not yourself anymore.
okay.
Yeah.
That's the way the dark side works in Star Wars.
It's insidious.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Even if you before falling the dark side you were kind of an evil character, you still had control over your life. But the dark side is consuming you, and you become just deeper and deeper into the dark side up until your soul is spread out in the dark side at some point.
Um.
Yeah.
Um. Well, my side would have been more the apathy side, since I'm more relented than anything. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
But usually
whatever.
religions are kind of bad guys. But they're not, they don't have to be all like that. You could have you saw that the girl was kind of helpless, and but she was, you'll never know what she was really doing here. Yeah, you know that it's linked to the force, and it was a little crazy, but you'll never know what she was really doing here.
Yeah, we're kind of the goblins of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, but technically, out of the game, what she was doing, yeah, yeah, she discovered that she had an affinity in the Force, and she befriended those mystics that were living on the station. But since the sun was going to blow up and all that, they decided to drown in the forest to be uh, be aware of the forest and this, the sun going like that. They trying to meditate on that before leaving, but at the end, the Ithorians knew that they couldn't leave, so Chiala tried to save at least her girls. Well, but because she knew that yeah, it was too late. So, but she was there to meditate simply,
Yeah.
and probably she had good thoughts that bothered Vic Untra. She had, because if she had to be the queen of Naboo, well, he would have lost many money, probably some Gungan slaves.
So is this before episode one? Because
Oh, way back before. It's 500 years
oh, okay.
before.
I
Yeah,
thought I thought it was before episode four. You said something about 500 years before episode four, and I was like, that
yeah,
isn't that long. I mean, what
no,
did
yeah,
you ever?
well, it's because, well, that's strange. When you check out timelines from Star Wars, the year zero is episode 4. They consider the year zero as the destruction of the Death Star as being something, a galactic changing event.
Oh,
So, yeah, that's the way they see that for Star Wars. So yeah, that's I have the same reflex of always relating to that famous zero. But episode one is kind of, let's say, 30 years before episode one, more roughly. And
yeah.
yeah, so 500 years I was in a place where I wouldn't mess with the movies or the canon.
Oh, okay.
I placed the game in a safe place, but I have other reasons for that planet to be in that timeline, because I created another campaign from that supernova event. So I just decided to use the Ienda as the basis of our one shot, but it has been used in another campaign. I may run in later times. I don't know in which form, but I have the intention to have another Star Wars campaign in the future.
Yeah. So what were those robot people? They make the robots. I forgot what they were called in the new prequels.
Trade Federation? Was
Yeah,
it?
the Trade Federation. Did they exist back then?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure. I may check that out.
Yeah, Naboo was a major member of the Trade Federation, so I was thinking that, Naboo was more important than they were. I guess that wasn't 500 years ago.
Well, it's because Emperor Palpatine is native from Naboo. That is his own planet. That's why Naboo became important in the movies. But before that, it was a human colony, but the Gungans were already there, and they had some wars between the human colonists and the indigenous Gungans.
That was why when they had the Trade Federation was blockading it, it was like no one really cared.
Yeah.
Just a couple Jedis were going out there to check on it.
Yeah, because it was founded the Trade Federation was founded 350 years before Battle of Yavin, the year 0. So it wasn't existing while we played that, so they weren't there yet. Yeah. So that explains everything. The Star Wars universe, there's so much stuff.
It's pretty dense.
Pretty dense, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so that's why I suggested, there's lots of humans and Ithorians and that, so you could choose from that, or if you have like Rhodians, an inspiration for another race, there was usually no problems unless they weren't discovered. So if you had an undiscovered race, you had to have a good story for why it's there. But there's always a good story to get around such race. You may have add an Ewok, maybe, but it wouldn't have had its place there. It would have been hard to explain why an Ewok is there.
Yeah, unless it was someone's pet, At the, I'm not as big of an Ewok hater as some people, but that battle in, what was it? Was it the second movie or the third movie of the original?
Return of the Jedi. So it's episode 6. It's a Battle of Endor.
Yeah, the Battle of Endor. It just breaks a certain amount of immersion that these people were having so much problems with the Empire, and then they got beaten by what was essentially caveman teddy bears.
Well, yeah. The problem is it's a matter of taste, but that battle is okay for me. I think I agree with the message they want to pass, that the Empire was surprised by something they never saw coming. But the way it was made, it was kind of comical, big trees breaking, big traps everywhere.
And how did they just and they just happened to walk right down the right path so that these trees come colliding in on them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it goes fast. Maybe if it was real life, maybe they could have lured the AT-ST in the right place by some but the only thing we see is that the machine is there, and it's broken. And I think the worst for me in that battle is when Chewbacca go out from the AT-ST with the 2 Ewoks he goes over it with 2 Ewoks on him and with a rope from a tree. I don't know how it's called. A vine. And he's doing the Tarzan chant.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
So that was too much. That was, for me, that was No, yeah, you don't have to pick from another fiction to make a joke.
Yeah, and it just it's just it just made the Empire look like a bunch of fools, and it made everybody else look incompetent for having a problem with the Empire. Is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the battle on the moon, yeah, that's that. The space battle though is very cool, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, all the Star
Oh,
Destroyers crashing within each other, yeah, that's
I know
magnificent.
what I was gonna say. It reminded me of Home Alone.
Maybe it
All
was an
homemade
inspiration for
traps.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I liked the Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Emperor resolution at the end when they were on the Death Star, but that's about the only thing I liked from that movie. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good trilogy, but yeah, the Return of the Jedi has some elements that lost it just a little bit,
When
and
George Lucas turned to the dark side at that point.
yeah, and you know the prequel was with the same line as the Ewoks. You know the
Oh yeah, the Gungans. Oh God.
why.
Jar Jar Binks.
Well, I enjoyed the movies, but yeah, yeah, there's something that wasn't there, and I think everyone agrees with that, and that's the trap they don't want to fall in for the next one.
Yeah.
They will try to please the kids. I think they will have lots of toys, but at the same time have the same punch as the first movies.
Yeah.
So the
Um.
Ithorians were the hammerheads.
Yeah.
Okay, I never actually looked up what they were.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The hammerheads. Yeah. Yeah. You say. Actually, you see the first time you see one is the cantina in episode 4. You
Was
just
it-
see him.
yeah, was there any other time that they showed up?
They show up in episode 1 for the when you see the Senate. You kind of see them in
Oh, okay.
one of the places because you have all races that has all their little
Their little chairs, little
yeah,
floating
yeah,
things. Yeah.
yeah, they're floating, yeah, they're kind of floating platform, and you see Ithorians there.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's kind of a canonical species. Yeah, one of the species that made the look of Star Wars. Star Wars, and personally, that's why Ithorians are there. That they are my favorite species with what they come up after the movie because officially it was just a weird makeup. They had no story for it. It was just there to feel strange in the cantina, and after that. They kind of made a story around it. As for the corporate sector that I used for that, it was first introduced in novels in the 70s. When the movie came out, there was a series of novels, The Adventure of Han Solo, and some of it was in the corporate sector. So it was created with those novels. Yeah, that was a little Star Wars
Trivia.
trivia, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
And,
That was fun.
Had a good
perfect.
time.
So yeah, we'll see each other next week, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully the new Ruben is well.
Well, we don't know much about what's going on, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's not a bad thing. You know. I mean.
It might have been because isn't he just starting his lectures in school again? Or has
yeah, but I don't know. Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, starting his lectures is not a bad problem. It just means that the games might be a little more limited lately,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
stops. But
That might be that. Yeah.
yeah, I was just hoping like nobody died or he didn't. like have to go check up on someone who's in the hospital or something. Is what I meant.
Well, it seemed like since he said it yesterday, it's probably
Yeah,
something. It's just some scheduling thing that came up.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okie dokie.
I would just